Lawali takes her spot in line. They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off. In the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, it was not a great start for Iron Orchard, who's been left behind at the back of the pack. And Explora takes the early lead, and Super Corredora is sent after her, and she will establish command into the turn. Then Lawali on the outside. Bottle of Rouge is tucked in fourth alongside of Meaning. Then it's Tommy Joe in sixth, 3 wide into that turn. Percy's Bar saves all the ground. Then La Ville Lumiere. And the trailer is Iron Orchard. The opening quarter mile was 22.42 seconds. Super Corredora heading up the backstretch in front by a length and a half. On the outside is Lawali in second. Explora and Juan Hernandez are down at the rail, and they're a length and 3/4 off the lead. Then Meaning to the outside of Bottle of Rouge. In behind them, La Ville Lumiere splitting Percy's Bar and Tommy Joe. And Iron Orchard has lost ground to them, trailing the field through a fast half mile here in 45.63 seconds. Into the far turn, Super Corredora rolling along, pressed by Lawali. Meaning is third to the outside. Explora comes under a ride. Tommy Joe is moving 4 wide on the far turn. Then Bottle of Rouge and Percy's Bar. They're all in pursuit of Super Corredora, who turns for home in the Juvenile Fillies with a length and a half lead. Explora comes off the rail to try to run her down. A little bit of tight quarters in behind them with Percy's Bar and Meaning, but with 1 furlong to run, Super Corredora digs in. Explora trying her best to get by in the last 16th, but they're coming to the finish, and Super Corredora is a champion filly. She beats Explora on the wire. Then it was Percy's Bar in a photo with Meaning for third.
What a performance by Super Corredora. It was obvious in the beginning they were intent on taking the lead. Joe, it looked like it was going to come at a cost. The opening quarter mile, 22-2, the half mile, 45-3. But the 2 horses who were making up that pace stayed there the whole way around.
I tell you what, this was very impressive because they did have quite a bit of speed. 2 were inside, but Hector Berrios took no prisoners, and I think that was very important. Even though he did go a little quick, he was able to come over before the first turn. I tell you what, this was a big performance, just coming off a maiden special weight victory. Each and every career start, she's improved, and I tell you what, she's a very deserving winner today. Congratulations to everybody.
That is a first Breeders' Cup victory for jockey Hector Berrios, and you can see the emotion as he is absolutely thrilled. He was committed to his plans coming away from the starting gate. There was some questions as to whether or not which one of the Bob Baffert horses would take the lead. Hector took control of this race right from the starting gate. They went pretty quick, as Joe mentioned, but he had the filly underneath him to see it out. The daughter of Gunrunner, she only got better in that last race with the added distance, and she poured it on today.
Yeah, you could see her body language too. Even before the 3/8 pull, she was trying to flip one of her left ears up there, kind of trying to take a breather there. And as you mentioned, I mean, she was rolling along pretty good. She had every right to come back to the field, especially in a big race like this. And nonetheless, Explorer was right behind her, tipped out. I thought had every opportunity to get by her right here. But I tell you what, this was a very, very good game effort here. And hats off to Hector Berrios. I can't imagine the emotions going through his head right now, winning his first Breeders' Cup.
Job well done.
And you take a look, we talked, what I love about the full circle moments at the Breeders' Cup are the pedigrees. And here's a daughter of Gunrunner. Gunrunner, son of Candy Ride. Candy Ride campaigned after coming up from Argentina in Southern California. He still holds the track record here at 1.25 miles. And then Gunrunner won the very first Breeders' Cup Classic held here at Del Mar. It just keeps getting passed down pedigree to pedigree.
It does. The line just keeps on continuing here. Woodford Thoroughbreds bred this beautiful filly. West Point Thoroughbreds involved with a few other partners. You can see the West Point Silks out there. John Sadler, his assistant Juan Leyva, doing a fantastic job getting her ready. I did think there was a little bit of contact between the 4 and the 3 coming around the turn.
There was a lot
as
of
they
contact.
came for home. I'm not sure if we're going to take a look at this, but Percy's Bar has maybe ended up unlucky again. I'm not saying she was going to catch the winner, but just in terms of her momentum and what was going on around the turn there, she took a pretty good bump.
No problem with your top two for sure. Posted on the board, 8-7-4-3-5. Super Corredora at 8-1 over your favorite Explora at 3-2, over Percy's Bar at 7-1, over Meaning, who is fourth at 12-1, over Tommy Joe at 4-1. You're watching and listening to the Breeders' Cup Players Show, the Net Jets Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, going to Super Corredora.
Number 8, Super Corredora was first. Second, number 7, Explora. Third, number 4, Percy's Bar. Fourth was number 3, Meaning. And fifth was number 5, Tommy Joe. 8-7-4-3-5. Now your official order of finish. The final time for 1 mile into 16th on the dirt, 1 minute 43.71 seconds. Now entering the winner's circle, number 8, Super Corredora. Super Corredora is a 2-year-old bay filly by Gunrunner out of Super Simple by Super Saver. Super Corredora was bred in Kentucky by Woodford Thoroughbreds, LLC. Now owned by West Point Thoroughbreds and Partners. Trained by John Sadler, your winning jockey is Hector Barrios. Big day for jockey Hector Barrios, his 3rd win on the program, and 2 wins today for trainer John Sadler. Number 8, Super Corredora, pays $19.60 for the whip. Up next is race number 8. It's the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies presented by John Deere. In race number 8, scratch number 13, Precise. Post time for race 8, 31 minutes.